guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I wanted to come on and have a little chat about 5 new habits that I've kind of picked up or been working on this month. I thought this might be a little bit of an interesting video idea and almost something that it could turn into a series, because to be honest, I feel like every couple of months I start integrating and picking up different habits and playing with habits and trying them on and seeing if they work for me. Let me know if that is something that you would potentially be interested in. But today I want to come on and chat about just 5 habits that I have been working on during the month of September. I've got some of them written down in front of me in my diary, so if you see me looking down, that's what's happening. And before I jump into the video, I will also mention, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit the big subscribe button for more holistic health, wellness and lifestyle videos and vlogs and things like that, all that fun stuff. And turn on the notification bell. Is that what YouTubers say? Turn on the notification bell. You want to receive our updates, I believe, in your inbox. And without further ado, I will jump straight into the video. Okay, so one of the first things that I've been working on this month is my organization skills. So for me, September has been like, the theme of the month has been organization, planning, and just kind of getting my shit together as a whole. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's because it's Virgo season. Also, I did go on a trip to Bali. Was it the beginning of this month or is it at the end? Was it the end of August? I went to Bali, and that kind of, I feel like, was a real like hit the reset button for me when I came home, just mentally and mindset wise, being like, okay, it's time to get things going. So I've just been like deep in like planning and organization mode, doing even things like accounting and all of that like really boring stuff that you just need to get on top of, things that you don't want to do but you feel so much better after you've done them. So my kind of habit that I've been creating around this, because it's not just about being, you know, cleaning up the house one time. It's really, for me, I feel like it's like I want to have some good processes down pat so that it's kind of like on autopilot. So my current like new habit that I'm trying to incorporate, and maybe this is a no-brainer for some people, I am not a particularly super organized person, but I'm trying to be that organized person. So on a Sunday night, I do a big brain dump into my diary. So I've got 2 different diaries. Both of them are Moleskines. So in this one, I do all of my journaling and all of my major to-do lists. And then in my other diary, it's more of a proper diary. So with the dates, I also like the Moleskines because they have a whole page next to it where you can write out a big to-do list if it doesn't fit into the little day section. But what I do on a Sunday is I just go ahead and write all of the things that I want to get done in my plain ruled Moleskine notebook. And that means absolutely every little thing. So whether that's this week, I really want to get the car cleaned out. It's basically every single thing that could be worrying you or kind of in the back of your mind, just clearing everything out and getting it onto paper. And then the next step, obviously, is to schedule that into your week. So then I take that huge list, which has every last thing in my brain, and I schedule it into my planner so that now it has a specific day and time that it's going to get done, rather than constantly being pushed forward and never getting around to it. Now it has a scheduled time that it's going to be done. So that has been my new organization habit, and I'm really just trying to do that every single Sunday so that I really carve out that time to sit down and have a good planning session so that I know exactly what's going to be going on that week, and making sure that I get everything done that I want to get done. Quite a few months ago, I listened to a podcast. It was on the Life Coach School. I'll link her podcast below, but it was a really good episode on planning and basically this whole process that I just spoke about. So if you're interested in getting motivated to get like on top of all of your organization and all that, I would definitely go and listen to that podcast episode, because sometimes it's just like very motivating to hear other people talk about it and talk about their processes. And you don't always have to do it like exactly that way, but you can take the bits and pieces that work for you. Also, I will mention another thing about planning. Like maybe I just need to do a whole organization life planning video. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But I think the other thing about planning is that we kind of have it backwards. It's this idea that if you're really organized and you plan everything, then you're not going to be like this spontaneous, fun person. But I almost think that it works the other way around, because if I don't feel like I'm getting all the things done that I want to get done, then I can't really relax. So in my free time, I have this like kind of feeling in the back of my mind, like this guilty feeling. Either I'm avoiding something that I feel like I should be doing, or it's like I can't even quite define what I should be doing because it's like a mess in my brain. So in a way, by making sure that all of that stuff is scheduled and I've got it all done, you just feel a lot more relaxed and like it's actually your time to do what you want to do. Again, if you'd like a planning video, let me know in the comments below because I would love to do that. Okay, so moving on to my second habit that I've been incorporating this month. It's got nothing to do with organization. We're moving on to digestion. So this month I have been trying to get really on top of my supplement routine, but the other thing is I've been incorporating digestive bitters consistently. So for those who haven't heard of digestive bitters, it's basically a herbal mix that you take before or with meals that really helps to stimulate your stomach acid and your digestive secretions. So it can help to relieve things like bloating, indigestion, and a host of other different gut symptoms. And as the name implies, they are bitter AF. And the fact that they are bitter is actually really important for their mechanism of action. So you can't really get around the bitter taste. The bitterness is what stimulates those receptors that helps with those gastric secretions. And yeah, so that is something that I have been really getting on top of and doing regularly with all of my meals throughout the day. So I take it 3 times a day before meals just to support my natural enzyme and stomach acid production and give my gut health a little boost. Because when we talk about bitters, bitters have actually been consumed by cultures for thousands of years, and not necessarily in a herbal formula, but also just in the foods that you eat. So back in the day, people would eat a lot more bitter foods, and these days we tend to go for more like sugary, sweet foods, and we don't like that bitter flavor. Whereas back in the day, there was less refined foods and food was just naturally more bitter. So for example, the apple that we're eating today is so much sweeter than the apple that we were eating thousands of years ago. Food has just kind of gotten sweeter and sweeter over time. So reintroducing that bitter flavor back into your life is really helpful for your digestion, and it's a really good natural way that we can support our digestion. So if that's something that you're interested in, obviously this is not medical advice. I would go and speak with your herbalist, your naturopath, about introducing bitters into your regimen. But yeah, that is something that I have been incorporating consistently, and it doesn't taste very good. It's never going to taste very good, but it's good for us, and that's the important part. By the way, if you can hear the people next door with their like, I don't even know what that is, some sort of buzzy chainsaw thing, I am very sorry because they just won't stop. They're here every single day. By the way, I have a coffee here with me. So third thing that I've been incorporating this month is future self journaling. So this is kind of like more of a mindset, mental health thing. So I actually learnt about this through the holistic psychologist on Instagram. I'll tag her handle somewhere around here. But if you're not following her, you should definitely go and give her a follow. She posts a lot of really great free content. But what I've actually been doing this month is her future self journal. So if you go to her website, I believe she has the download for it. But it's basically just a series of journaling prompts. So you sit down every day and you answer the questions or the little prompts that she has. And basically the idea of it is just to become more conscious and aware of the different habits that you have and the habits that you want to change. So I believe that she recommends working on one habit at a time for 30 days. And I've just been finding it a really interesting exercise. So I've been pretty good with it as well. You don't have to do it at the same time every day. Sometimes I skip a day as well. So you don't have to be 100% perfect, just pick it up the next day. But most mornings I've been sitting down and starting my day just by filling out her little journal prompts, and I'll pull up a few of them just so that you get an idea of what they are. I actually have them written down in the notes on my phone, and then I just open this every day and I write in my journal. So for example, she asks you questions about, today I'll be focusing on shifting my pattern of X. Includes things like writing out some different affirmations for yourself every day, writing out a list of things that you're grateful for, and then identifying the specific patterns that you want to change and how you're going to go about that in your day. And I found it really helpful in a number of different ways. So it does definitely just make you more conscious and aware of how you're kind of carrying yourself during the day. And then also I just find that it gives you good direction going into your day. And I think that it has really been kind of working in a sense. So it's really great for shifting your habits and shifting your mindset. So that is something that I would definitely recommend checking out. And I'm going to try to stick with this habit for as long as I can. I have tried other kinds of things in the past, like scripting, but I just really like the simple layout that she has, because it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, maximum 10 minutes. I would say more on the side of 5 minutes. And I feel like after you complete the journal, you actually feel kind of, it puts you in a different mood and different headspace. So definitely go ahead and check that one out. So another habit that I have picked up this month is making my bed every single morning. So this is a really simple and obvious one that a lot of you guys probably already do, but I've been really bad with making the bed. I don't know why, it's just one of those things that like, it's so easy to gloss over and just like close the door in the bedroom, we'll forget about that for now. But it's something that I have been doing every single day, and like a conscious habit that I was like, no, I'm gonna make the bed every single day. So as they say, the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. And I'm kind of in this mood at the moment that's like, I just want everything to be organized and I just want to feel on top of everything. So making the bed is a really obvious one, and one that I probably already should have been doing. It's an easy way to kind of have a small accomplishment at the beginning of the day and to feel like, yes, nailed that one. You know that your bed's made. And it's really just nice to look at. Like, it's nice to feel like your room is pretty. It's nice to come to bed at nighttime and to feel like you're crawling into a freshly made bed rather than a nest of messy blankets. I don't know, maybe both are good at different times, you know. So that is one simple thing that I've been doing, and if you're not doing it yet, I would encourage you to do so, because it does feel good to have a made bed, I will admit. So the last thing that I have been incorporating this month is intermittent fasting. So you've heard us talk about intermittent fasting so many times on this channel, and it's something that I kind of slip into and then slip out of for various reasons. So I was doing it for a few months a little while ago, then we went to Bali, and like, you kind of get out of your rhythm. So lately I have been trying to incorporate intermittent fasting back in for 3 days a week. So I'm not trying to do it every single morning, and fasting, I'll just say as well while we're here, isn't for everybody. So if it's something that you're curious about trying, you can discuss it with your health practitioner. Specifically for women, it can be a little bit more hairy, depending on where your hormones are at and where your stress levels are at. At the moment, my stress levels are pretty good, so I feel quite comfortable introducing some fasting 3 times a week. There was a period of my life where I had terrible anxiety, so I definitely would not have recommended fasting at that point, which is just a good example of, you know, at some periods in your life it may be really suitable, and at other periods of your life it may not be so suitable. So I'm kind of in the fasting season at the moment. I do a 16-hour fast, so basically just skipping breakfast in the morning, and my first meal is at lunchtime. I'm doing that 3 days a week, and really it's just something that I think is so good for your health, and I do think it's worthwhile doing. So we know that fasting triggers autophagy or autophagy. I'm never quite certain about the pronunciation, but we're gonna go with autophagy maybe this time. So basically autophagy is this big clear out of all of our cellular junk. So I kind of like to think of it as a cellular spring cleaning. And there's a lot of really good research that's coming out about the benefits of fasting for our longevity and for neurodegenerative diseases as we age. So incorporating some intermittent fasting semi-regularly, in my opinion, is a really good thing to do for our overall health and longevity. So that's something that I, as I said, have been doing just 3 days a week. So it's not something that you have to go super hardcore with and do every single day. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think when you started at first, you do kind of like miss breakfast. Just like, not even that I'm super hungry in the mornings and like I really want to eat breakfast. More so like the ritual of having something to eat before you get started with your day. But yeah, the longer that you do it, the more used to it you get, and it becomes really quite easy, and sometimes even better than having breakfast, because sometimes having breakfast can kind of like almost interrupt the flow of the day. Like you wake up and then you have to cook food, and then you have to clean the kitchen, and you know, if you are a person that's really looking to be more productive, sometimes doing intermittent fasting can be good because it kind of gives you a little bit more time in the mornings. But as I said before, it's definitely not medical advice and something that you should discuss with your healthcare practitioner. So that wraps up everything that I was going to talk about today in this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to see this kind of like as almost a mini series on our channel, then let me know in the comments below, because I definitely like try out different things every couple months, and some of them stick and some of them don't, and that's not really always a problem, because I think it is at the same time about like trying something on, seeing if it fits you and your lifestyle, And if not, like it's okay. You can just like let that habit go, or you can continue doing it if it really serves you. So if you guys would like to see any more of these types of videos, let me know. Otherwise, subscribe if you want to see more health wellness videos. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And oh, last thing, follow us over on Instagram if you aren't following us already. And I will see you in our next video. Bye guys.